According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and no, boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Step up, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. But your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
All right, go ahead and clap it up. All right, Shalom Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street under the Commandant General Yohana. Okay, this is Austin's Tuesday night brotherhood class. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood and sisterhood is imperative to rebuild this nation. A nation that is so broken, so distraught, so lost, okay? We need that sisterhood and brotherhood, all right? And what does that mean? That means so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians coming together. Just imagine if every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian came together under this banner, under the home of the truth here in the ISUPK. Just think what that would do for our nation, okay, for the nation of Israel. That would be us living in heaven, okay? Us being together, working on one accord, our armies teaming up. We get up out of there. We get up out of also a sports field. We get up out of there, out of their fraternities, and back into our own, back into the fraternity that the Lord had gave us. Okay, let me get Zephaniah 2:1. We have to come together, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It is critical. We come together. What does that do? That speeds Christ coming back. Right. You see, he say, all my people are together. It's time to do what it's time to do. But it's important that brotherhood and that sisterhood, like us looking out for each other, us holding each other accountable. us making sure that everybody's doing what they are supposed to be doing. All right, that's how our nation would be led righteously. Okay, but you can't do that if you're Dominican, if you're Puerto Rican, if you Jamaican, if you Haitian, if you separating these and not understanding that you are a part of these 12 tribes and you are one nation, well then that's when we continue to be lost. We continue to not come together. Okay? You got that?
Sir.
Go ahead and read.
This is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are not desired in this world. We are made to be lower than everything. Even though we're supposed to be high, give me a Deuteronomy 7:6. We're supposed to be high above all these nations, but we're not. We're very low. We're at the bottom, and they look down on us. They love our dancing. They love our singing. They love us in their sports, but they hate God's people. They hate God's chosen people. Okay?
Right.
And we don't know that we God's chosen people. And we don't know that we're supposed to be holy, which holy means set apart. We're supposed to be above these other nations, not below them, not equal, not side by side. Go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Unto who?
Unto the Lord thy God.
So you are a separate people unto the Most High.
Right.
Okay? And you don't know this because your filthy, stinking Christian pastor, he tells you that God loves everybody. So you don't have no understanding of this. You don't know you a special people because your shepherd is telling you what? That you was the same as this other person. You are not the same as these other nations. You don't live like these other nations. You don't think, you don't dress, you don't eat like these other nations. Continue reading.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
To be what?
To be a special people unto himself.
No, to be like everybody else.
To be a special people unto himself.
No, to be a run-of-the-mill like everybody else.
A special people.
You're supposed to be a special people unto the Most High, unto the Lord thy God. Give me Hosea 4:6. See, we don't understand this. Okay? We don't understand we're supposed to be a special people unto the Lord.
Right.
Damn allergies.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed.
What?
My people.
The Lord, see, that's possessive. My people. Okay? Like my wife, my children, my house, my car. The Lord has a people. He said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Because what?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
What knowledge of the Most High do we reject? We rejected his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. We rejected the covenant that he gave us. Okay? That's why we were destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right? And that's why we was rejected. Go ahead.
Thou hast rejected, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
See, and there wasn't no priest from when Jerusalem was sacked in 70 AD till when 1969. There wasn't no priest on the earth till the men of the Lord came back through this school, through this home, through this body. Is there any more?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
The Most High forgot the children. How do we know that's true? That the Most High, that since we forgotten him, we were forgotten. Same with our children, because we still being born into these curses. We're being born into these curses. We're being born into the ghettos. We're being born into death. Okay, That's how we know. Let me get Genesis chapter 6. All right, so tonight's topic is renown. We're going to look at a couple people that was renowned. We're going to let you know, like, the renown, you know, what giants are, things of that nature, okay? Because, you know, we got to shake the Christianity off because we have these false beliefs because of Christianity. What did Christianity teach you? They teach you that some angels came down, they slept with women, and then, they raped the women, and then they had babies. So regular women are just producing giants, okay? You just producing all these super giants, but you just got a regular body, okay? We're going to start at 1, though. Go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them.
Okay. So it said men start to multiply, and daughters were born unto them. All right. These is men in the world, men and women in the world having these children. This isn't, just continue.
2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men that were fair.
Okay. So the sons of God. Who were the sons of God? Anybody know that? Who are the sons of God? Go ahead.
The ones that came from Seth's lineage, well, Adam's lineage, they kept the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, they came from Adam's lineage because this is before. This is the reason why why we needed Noah.
Right.
Because of this. This is interracial dating, interracial marriage. The sons of God, they seen the daughters of men. Who was the daughters of men? For us today, the daughters of men would be what? An African.
Right.
Either a white person, okay, a Chinese person. These are the daughters of men, okay. The sons of God is us. All right. Continue reading.
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
They took them wives of all that chose. What makes a wife? Okay, sex. We can look at Genesis 24:67, when Isaac took Rebekah into his mother's tent, okay, and she became his wife because sex is marriage. So that's why I said they took them wives, right? That's what it says. They took them wives, okay? This wasn't angels coming down sleeping with humans.
Right.
Point blank, period. Continue reading.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man,
Mm-hmm.
for that he also is flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yet his days shall be 120 years.
So it said, read that one more time.
Now, verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with men, for that he also is flesh.
Why didn't it say angels? If it was the women down here who the angels came and slept with, why does the Bible say, I won't contend with man? Read that one more time. I don't think they're getting it.
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with men.
My spirit shall not always strive with men. Why don't it say angels? The angels came down and did the act, right? That's what Christianity teaches you. That the angels came down and had sex with. Why does it say man? Continue reading.
For that he also is flesh.
For his what?
He is also is flesh.
So what is an angel? Is an angel flesh? No, he has a what? Is it a celestial body?
Right.
Okay. So what is this talking about? It can only be talking about everybody who's on the earth. Okay. It's not talking about nothing coming down impregnating their women and taking wives. Continue reading.
Yet his days shall be 120 years.
His days should be 120 years, which just is a ballpark number. You see, not many people live past 120, right? Might be one or two. It's around this time. Instead of you living to be 300-400 years, whatever, however the hell, you live in a shorter time. That's what this is meaning. You live a shorter time than you could have. Okay? Continue reading. This is where I want to get to. This scripture right here, verse 4.
Verse 4. There were giants in the earth.
There were what?
Giants in the earth.
So we're not talking about these big old people, we're not talking about these megalithic people that's just, 13 feet, 14 feet tall. That's not what this is meaning. Right. We're talking about giants. Let's take it to the brothers in the hood. If a brother's drug dealing and he got a lot of money, what do we say? That boy's what?
Doing it big.
That boy's doing it big.
Right.
We'll say he's a what? He's a boss. He's a tycoon.
Right.
Okay?
New York Giants.
He's a New York Giant. Okay? That's what that means. Okay?
That's right.
People of power. People with money. People with stature. Okay? Continue reading.
That were giants in the earth in those days.
Mm-hmm.
And also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men,
mm-hmm.
and they bear children to them.
Yep.
The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
See, they became mighty men, that was of old, men of renown, famous, okay, men of power. All right, let me get Numbers 16 and 2. Yeah, we're just gonna get it for you. We're gonna go through the Bible and we're just gonna see. We're gonna see what these things mean. All right.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 16, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation.
They was what?
Famous in the congregation.
They was what?
Famous in the congregation.
What else?
Men of renown.
Okay, now we getting somewhere. Now we're gonna get the understanding. Okay, it said these was 250 princes of the assembly. What is the assembly? The assembly is the family. Okay, it said famous in the congregation, men of renown. These men were famous. Okay, let's give me Numbers chapter 1.
Verse 1.
Yeah, I think I'm going to, because really my point is in 16, but we'll just start at 1.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 1. And the Lord.
So hold on, no. Start at Start at 3. No. Start at 2. No, start at 1. Go ahead. Salakia. We're just gonna read it down. Just every time I look up, I see something that's necessary.
That's crazy. The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying,
Continue.
Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their mothers.
By the house of their fathers.
My daddy white, but my mama black.
By the house of their fathers.
My daddy African, but my mama Judah.
By the house of their fathers.
That's where your pedigree comes from. That's who you are, the seed of your father.
Right.
Continue reading.
with the number of their names, every male by their polls.
Continue.
Verse 3. For 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forward to war in Israel. Though, and Aaron shall number them by their armies.
By their what?
By their armies.
What are we? We're the Lord's army. That's why we numbered by the armies. Continue.
Verse 4. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers.
Continue reading.
And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you.
Mm-hmm.
Of the tribe of Reuben, Elzer, and son of Shedar.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6 of Simeon.
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 Mm-hmm.
Trying to think what this
No,
next
Shamael.
Shamael. The son of
Zarashadai. Mm-hmm.
Verse 7 of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Nashan, the son of Amminadab. Verse 8 of Issachar. Nethanel, the son of Zerah.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9 of Zebulun. Elab, the son of Helon.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10 of the children of Joseph of Ephraim, Elishama, Elishama, right? Elishama, the son of Ammihud,
Mm-hmm.
of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazar.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11 of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideon. How you say that? Gideon. Verse 12 of Dan, Ahazar, the son of Imashabadah.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13 of Asher, Pagal, the son of Akron.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14 of Gad, Elasaph, Elisaph, the son of Duel.
Mm-hmm.
Diul, slightly. Of Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enan. Verse 16.
Yep.
These were the renowned.
These were what?
These were the renowned.
These were what?
The renowned.
These are the famous, okay? Those are the famous people, all right? This is what it's saying. These are the renowned. These are the mighty men, okay? Right. Continue.
These were the renowned of the congregation.
Uh-huh.
Princes of the tribes of their fathers.
That's right.
Heads of thousands in Israel.
These were known men. This is what this is. This was what renown is. These are the famous men, okay? Men of power, men that you know. All right? You can read 17.
Verse 17. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names.
Continue reading.
Verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families.
After they declared their pedigrees, what?
After their families.
Continue.
By the house of their fathers.
By what?
by the house of their fathers,
You are the seed of your father. That's where your pedigree comes from. All right, continue reading.
according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, by the polls.
Okay. Now let me get Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha 44:1. Okay? Because this renown, we got to get an understanding like what renown is, okay? We got to get an understanding of what you need to strive to be like how do I want to say this? We're going over some of these popular people because we're going to get to the ultimate popular one. We're going to eventually get to our king, okay? Who is definitely the biggest star that we've ever had of Israel. All right? Y'all look up to never mind, I ain't even gonna go there. Just go ahead if you got it.
Sir, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 44, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let us now praise famous men.
What?
Let us now praise famous men.
Continue.
And
hold on, and these famous men, they ain't just praising any damn body, okay? This ain't TD Jakes just because he's famous. He ain't renowned. Okay, continue reading though.
Right. And our fathers that begot us.
And what?
Our fathers that begot us.
We're gonna praise the famous men and our fathers who begot us. Okay, the seed of our fathers. Continue.
Verse 2. The Lord had wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning.
Continue reading.
Verse 3. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms.
They did what?
Bear rule in their kingdoms.
They bear rule in their kingdom. They got rank and order. Okay? They having some rulership right here. Continue.
Men renowned.
Men what?
Renowned.
And they're renowned for what?
For their power.
For what?
For their power.
They renowned because these are powerful men.
Right.
Okay? They're renowned by their power. Continue.
Giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies.
You see that? They doing what? They giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Who does that today? The generals at our school do that all the time.
Right. Do
they not? Do they give counsel by their understanding? Their understanding is vast and exhaustive.
Right. Okay.
They giving understanding and declaring prophecies. When General Muhammad prophesied over IUIC, I swear it happened the next 3 days later.
Right.
It came to pass. You might want to understand. There's the men that have renowned now are the generals and the generals and the captains in the Israelite school of UPK.
Right.
Okay. Those is whose advice you should be taking. You should be taking counsel according to their understanding. All right. That's what needs to happen.
Right.
That would make the most sense. Why would you go get your counsel from Kanye West, from Kyrie, who know we the Jews and don't know any damn thing else?
Right.
Okay. You need to go to the men above you, the men of the Lord, so you can get real understanding. Okay. So you can get the breakdowns. Yeah. So you can get the knowledge. So you can get the what? The what kind of knowledge? The Makia.
The truth.
The what? Yeah, but what kind of knowledge?
The prophecies. The practical.
The
knowledge.
Practical knowledge.
You know it's not a
Y'all want to be so deep. These blackity blacks want to be so deep. They think they can look into this rock and see your future, but they can't. They're not practical enough to know that if you sleep with a whore, you can get the disease. But you just want to call the black woman of God. Oh, the black woman of God. You saying that because you're trying to finesse her. Because if the black woman was God, why is Polite robbing the black woman? He said a black woman is God. Why is young Pharaoh calling them B's and C's 100 miles per hour if the black woman is God?
Right.
Go ahead, Tamaki.
If I could, it's heavy what you're saying. They're calling a black woman a god and at the same time a queen. Damn. So you calling your god a prostitute?
That's right, because y'all don't even know that.
Right.
Every sister want to be a queen, not knowing what the word queen really means. Okay? It means prostitute. All right? And you want to call her a god. You know where the first black woman was God? That was in the garden with Eve.
Right.
Because he said, you'll be as gods. And she said, oh, I kind of like the sound of that. Okay? Let's continue reading.
Sir. Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders of the people by their councils.
They are what?
Leaders of the people by their councils.
This is what a Renown, man. This sounds like ISUPK right here. This sounds like the men above us, Damakia, right here. Continue.
And by their knowledge of learning, meet for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Wise and eloquent are their instructions.
What are they?
Wise and eloquent.
See, a man of renown, his instructions are going to be wise, right? Your oppressor is your enemy. Your Christian pastor, he's not wise or eloquent with his instructions because he tells you that God loves everybody, and then you go get your head blown off because you was Trayvon Martin trying to get some damn Skittles from a store. Okay? This is the things we have to understand. Drop down to 7.
Give me a second. 5, verse 6. Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
All these are honored in their generations.
All these were honored in their generations. These are honorable men. They were honored. You know? And y'all got the nerve to say the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. What the hell do they do honorable? Okay? Right. Only honorable men is these leaders in the Israelite school of UPK. Continue reading.
And were the glory of their time.
They was the what?
The glory.
They was the glory of their time. Continue reading.
Verse 8. There be of them that have left the name behind them, that their praises might be reported.
The what?
Their praises might be reported.
You know, they're leaving behind the name. Their praises is going to be reported.
Right.
Go to Ecclesiasticus 49 and 13.
If I could.
Oh yeah, go ahead, definitely.
If I could add, right? You know how this hellified holiday called Thanksgiving just passed, you know.
Right.
That our people know as Thanksgiving. You know, I stopped by my mom's house because she want to call it a reunion, but I ain't eating that mess.
Yeah.
I come kick it and drink, you know, all day, chop it up. So, you know, her husband was saying stuff. He was like, yeah, so you doing all this for people that, you know, they ain't really doing much. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, our mission is to give back.
For real.
Christ's whole mission was to give. But in Christianity, they don't teach anything about giving. It's just about taking. So I broke it down to him. I was like, he like, so what are you really doing? I'm like, bro, I'm fighting to be in the book of life.
That's right.
My name gonna be reported about after I leave. And then his whole spirit kind of changed, and he wanted to change the subject a little bit and talk a little bit more about Christ. But this scripture right here remind me of that conversation.
Yeah, see?
So, like, whoa, hey, read now.
Yeah, we're not supposed to eat food sacrificed unto idols. Right. So it's heavy what you're saying because they want to know why you don't want to come to Thanksgiving to celebrate this union with the family.
Right.
Not understanding that this union is the death of your family. Mm-hmm. So we want to go celebrate. We're going to get Ecclesiasticus 49 and 13. But yeah, so we're going to celebrate the love of our family with the death of our family. So you murder my mama, and then I go celebrate that every last Thursday in November. What kind of damn sense does that make? Unless you don't know, unless your Christian pastor told you you is not the same people as them. Right. You is not the same people as those natives. So what happened to them don't matter. When everybody knows murder is bad, right? That's nothing new. Like there's not. Well, why ain't it a feast day for the Holocaust? Why don't we celebrate that? We don't celebrate the murder of Jews, right?
Damn right.
Do you eat a turkey for the murder of Jews? Do you eat a damn ham for the murder of Jews? Stuffing, what's that damn thing? Green bean casserole, macaroni, mashed potato. Do you eat that for the murder, for the Holocaust?
Right.
For the murder of the Jewish man? You don't. You don't do a damn thing for them but mourn. But you can't mourn for the Native Americans. You can't mourn for the Hispanics. You can't mourn for the so-called blacks. Go ahead, Tamaki.
If I could not get off topic, but compare a similarity thing that's going on, right? I seen on the news today, they was comparing Putin to Adolf Hitler. So, you know what happened to the so-called Jewish community? Right. They got funded for that war against them.
Right.
So now they're trying to come up with a new fund me program for the so-called what's that? Ukrainian that's actually a Russian.
Exactly.
And the Germans were Nazis. They're the same people.
It's the same people. That's one family.
They're playing semantics and shenanigans.
Yeah.
To get this money to keep going and advancements to their own people. That's why they give us advancements. Then we gotta turn around and wear dresses for them.
Exactly.
Pay their money back in favors that they want us to pay it back in. When we need to pay the Lord His favor by following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Like
you can see, give that brother a hand. It just don't make any damn sense, man. These devils, they are so damn wicked.
Right.
That they tug on your heartstrings. You know, when I wake up in the middle of the night every night, you know, my TV's on this commercial, some damn help the Jews fund. Help rescue the Jewish.
Right.
Holocaust survivors. That's what it says. Ain't the damn Jewish man rich? Right. He can't help the Holocaust survivors because he sure trials those Germans. And how come that? How come we can't trial our oppressors? But what do? They put their oppressor on trial for war crimes. Right. You wasn't at war. You was conquered. Germany and those fake Israelites, that Jewish man, they wasn't at war.
Right.
We read last week in the scriptures how they got over there, right? I mean, in the article, how they got over there. Okay? So that's because they was migrating over there. That's how y'all got there. And then Hitler did that to y'all. So now you want to war crimes? Are you serious?
Right.
Y'all wasn't at war. You was just got conquered. All right. You have something to say? No?
If I could add to Bobby shots, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Denzel Washington had a crazy interview the other day, and he was talking about like brothers that don't know how to pick movie roles, and if you pick that one wrong movie role, you gonna keep doing it,
right?
And they gonna keep giving you. And he made a joke, and he was like, you know, you talk about this movie that you want me to do where it's his brother that get electrocuted and he still live, and y'all shoot him and he still live, and he just keep coming back and keep dying, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna take that movie. That's just like me saying, how about me ask the Jewish people how they feel about mustard gas.
Right.
I was like, that.
Yeah, no, for real. Because it's always acceptable for you,
Right.
but not acceptable for anybody else.
Right.
You know, you could play that low role. You could play these roles that put you at a lower state.
Right.
But it's not good enough for the other nations, you know. Where's we at?
Ecclesiastes 49:13.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 49, verse 13. And among the elect was Nehemiah,
Yeah.
whose renown is great, who raised up for us the walls that were fallen,
Mm-hmm.
and set up the gates and the bars,
Mm-hmm.
and raised up our ruins again.
You see, this is why he is renowned. Like, you know, to be renowned, you need to do something great, and you need to do it under, you know, under this banner, under the Lord. All right.
Right.
Let me get First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 1.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 1. Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus,
Mm-hmm.
rose up in his stead.
Mm-hmm. Drop the 3.
Verse 3. So he get his people great honor.
You know, so from this people, we got great honor. Okay. Continue.
And put on a breastplate as a giant.
As a what?
As a giant.
What did this man do?
Put on a breastplate as a
He
giant.
put on a breastplate as a giant. Okay. That doesn't make you 30 feet tall. You taking a step through states, just 3 steps and you out the state? No.
Right.
So he put on the breastplate as a giant. Okay. Continue.
And girt his warlike harness about him.
Mm-hmm.
And he made battles,
Mm-hmm.
protecting the host with his
He
sword.
protected the host with his sword. What does that mean? What is the host? Host is the family, the army, you know? Continue.
Verse 4. In his axe, he was like a lion.
What is that?
In his axe, he was like a lion.
In his axe, he was like a lion. Okay? That's what, when you come across these priests and prophets right here in the Israelite school of UPK, you coming against lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Okay? You coming against warriors. This man was a lion out there. All right? Continue.
And like a lion's whelp, roaring for his prey.
Like a lion's whelp, roaring for his prey.
Right.
Y'all ever see a lion out there doing that? It travels. I'm talking about that's how they can mark their territory. Lions walk around all the time, the borders of their territory. That's what they most of the time doing. And you damn right I want one of my 9 wives to go get me a damn what is that? Damn gazelle.
Right.
I'm walking protecting these borders. And what happens when the male lion gets defeated? What happens?
Oh, they gonna gang.
All the male children get killed, and the female lions instantly go into heat because their offspring was killed, and reproduction is so important.
Gang violence.
You know, they don't play that. Lions they go into battle, they go into war. Okay, and you have to protect your foe. Continue.
Verse 5. For he pursued the wicked and sought them out and burnt up those that vex his people.
Everybody knows what that means, right? He got the people who was getting his people. Continue.
Verse 6. Therefore the wicked shrunk for fear of him. And all the workers of iniquity were troubled, because salvation prospered in his hand.
They did what?
For salvation prospered in his hand.
This man is winning. Continue reading.
Verse 7. He grieved also many kings and made Jacob glad with his acts.
He made Jacob what?
Glad with his acts.
He was glad that this warrior was out here disturbing nations. That's vexing them. Continue.
And his memorial is blessed forever.
It's what?
Blessed forever.
His memorial is blessed forever. Isn't that great? That you know your memorial is blessed forever. Because you know how many of you is just going to be forgotten for being absolutely not a damn thing? Go ahead, Tamakia.
If I could add, like me, I'm a vigilant type of learner, right? And I'm trying to still get the breakdown of the order that the Bible was in.
Right.
Was this taking place at the same time as the Old Testament?
The Maccabees?
Yeah, but it was in a different place.
I'm gonna have to get some clarification on that. I don't want to. I don't have to talk to Officer 5001 y'all and get the real clarification on that.
I mean, like I'm such a visual. Probably see ahead, and I'm like, wait, it's like
and I know exactly what you're saying.
This is good.
That's how it be seeming, you know. And that's the whole thing, man. We try to touch on things that you need because we look up to the wrong famous people. Us Israelites, we look it up to who? Like us Hispanic brothers, we look it up to Pablo Escobar and El Chapo and then us so-called Judah, and we looking up to Nicky Barnes and all that, you know. American Gangs. We always looking up to the wrong people, you know. Instead of looking for real leadership, someone you could really follow, someone who can show you the way that the world works. Okay, you know, that can help you through any situation. Like we already know here in the Israelite School of UPK, we know our generals are fit for any situation, any topic. Whether it's the corporate world, we could get wisdom from them, or all the way to the streets, we could get wisdom, understanding. See, we like to idolize. That's our problem. We idolize. Right. We'll put you so high up here because of the evil you did. And then if you're not doing any evil, then you considered a nobody. You know what I mean? Just like if you could read, if you black and could read, you consider stupid. Oh, that stupid nigga, he over there reading. What are he reading? He reading that Bible in that red book. That nigga stupid. He over there reading all those words. Those words just 2,000 years ago. How he reading that? Man. What is a Maccabee? You know?
Yes, comments.
Go ahead.
Officer Yahaja commented, we look up to Louis Farrakhan too, Kevin Gates as well.
Right. We looking up to Kevin Gates. And he wears shorts that don't come past his thigh, his upper thigh.
And his father Arab?
I ain't even sure.
Yeah,
but we looking up to, that's who we looking up to.
Right.
You know, we looking up to these people who are absolutely nothing, not a role model. Like Charles Barkley said before, I'm not a role model.
Right.
The rest of these people, they need to be saying that too, because they're not role models. The only role models you ever gonna have is right here in the Israelite School of UPK. You want an honorable role model. You want somebody who to follow. You want somebody to look after and choose to follow that way. You might want to look to the priests and prophets of the Lord. Okay? Don't be looking to LeBron James. Don't be looking to Kyrie Irving. Don't be looking to Kanye West. All right? Continue reading.
Israel. He grieved also many kings and made Jacob glad with his acts, and his memorial is blessed forever.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8, Ocho. Moreover, he went through the cities of Judah, destroying the ungodly out of them, and turning away wrath from Israel.
Continue reading.
Verse 9. So that he was renowned unto the utmost part of the earth.
What does that mean? He was renowned unto the utmost. What is the utmost part of the earth? What is that? Everywhere. Everywhere he goes, his name is going to ring bells because he is a man of renown because of what he did.
Right.
Okay? That's what makes you renowned, right? Because of what you do. What makes you evil and wicked? The things you do. That's the same things that make you great. It's the things you do. Okay?
Listen to the comment.
Go ahead.
Obviously, I just said the world thinks role models are the ones with money.
Damn. Give that brother a hand.
Right.
They think role models are the ones with money.
Households too.
Do you know what the hell some of these people got to do to get this money?
Yeah, man. Disgusting.
And you saying this is the man I'm going to choose to follow because he got some money?
Right.
That's what those purple homosexuals do. You can't even get up and you can't even be an Israelite to them if you ain't got no money.
Right.
If you ain't got a job, you can't be a purple Israelite.
Perfect.
I ain't gonna say that because they might want to shut down my live. You gotta be wise as a serpent, harmless as a, So these purple homosexuals, you got to have money, okay? And that's the problem. We look at the people with money. That's why we revere the drug dealers. We're gonna revere a drug dealer. Why? Because he has money in his pocket. And when he goes to jail and they take his money, his house, his car, and he gets out of prison, you know what you're gonna call him? You know what you call Ray Ray? Big ballin' Ray Ray. Big tycoon Ray Ray. You call him a bum. Oh yeah, Ray Ray a bum now. Yeah, he got out the joint. He ain't did nothing. Because he got out the joint and he said, maybe I shouldn't sell these drugs again. Right. Yeah, of course Ray Ray could become a tycoon again just like that. But maybe he decided, I'm not going to do that this time around. And now he's a bum to you. Because he don't have Dayton's on his car. Right. He don't have Bang in his car no more. He don't have that. What you South brothers love, that stupid chandelier. He don't have a chandelier in his car. Right. The hell what is that about? What is that? What's the big angel on your front of your hood doing this? What the hell is that for? Okay, since he don't have that, what's that big old the longhorns? He don't got the longhorn across his. He must not be doing anything. Okay, where we at?
We at the end of verse 9, sir. The First Maccabees chapter 3.
All right, let me get First Maccabees 5 and 63. Israel, we got to understand, man, that you have a star bigger than LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, Deion Sanders, Jay-Z, whoever the hell else. We got to understand there is plenty, all right, of people you could look up to better than them. But the number one is our King, Yahushua. Go ahead and read though.
First Maccabees chapter 5, verse 63. Howbeit, the man Judas and his brethren were greatly renowned in the sight of all Israel and of all the heathen. wheresoever their name was heard of.
Whatsoever is wherever, whatever. Wherever they name heard, they is known. These is renowned, brothers. These is known. They is popular. Go to 65.
Time, sir. 64, verse 65. And it reads, afterward went Judas forward with his brethren and fought against the children of Esau.
What did he do?
Fought against the children of Esau.
That's a warrior. What that warrior do?
Fought against the children of Esau.
Fought against that enemy. That wicked, vile beast.
Right.
That's always out to get you. Continue.
In the land toward the south, where he smote
Hebron.
Where he smote Hebron and the towns thereof, and pulled down the fortress of it, and burnt the towers thereof round about.
You see, this is renowned men. Okay? And today, you ain't gonna physically do that, but you know what you can do? You know what the men, the priests and prophets in the Israelite school of UPK do? What do we burn down? We burn down the lies of Christianity. We burn down the lies and disgust of everything going on in this world. We pull the veil up on your Christian pastor. We let you know, just understand. We opening up the Bible and we letting you know how to move, how to live, how to walk, how to talk, how to think. Okay? Let me get 2 Samuel 23:1. We're going to start getting over to start segueing into the ultimate star, the ultimate man of renown, the most popular one of Israel, who is Christ. Okay? But we're going to get there. We're going to walk it down. You can read it when you got it, Offset the Makia.
But it's this crazy that we bringing up this scripture.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you want to know the story.
Go ahead.
When we was at Baby A's with young man Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling him, bro, your name's super heavy. Like,
right.
Nigga.
You don't even know.
Like,
maybe you need to take on that kind of spirit.
Right.
Take on the spirit of the men that you see.
Then 5 minutes later,
then you go and be a bonehead.
Be a bum. It's like
it makes no sense. You go be a man that is not renowned.
Right.
You go be a man that you go be a shameful man.
That's crazy, sir.
Go ahead and read.
Come. The 2 Samuel, chapter 23, verse 1. Now these be the last words of David. David, the son of Jesse, said, and the man who was raised up on high, the anointed of God, the anointed of the God of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Israel said.
Drop down to 8. I just wanted, we just got to bring up in there, David, Jesse. We talking about seeds, okay? Right. We understand. We're going to get understanding of the seed that Christ came from. Continue.
This verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains.
What was he?
Chief among the captains. The same also, the same was Adano, the Ezonite. He lifted up the spear against 800 whom he slew at one time.
Damn. Of course we're going to know him. That's a warrior. Right. Okay? That is a warrior. We definitely going to know him. Now give me Matthew 1:1. We're going to start walking it down, get right into Christ, get right into our King, get right into our star, get right into our most famous, our greatest.
That's right.
Our greatest. Christ is our greatest. Don't get no better than that.
right. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
You see that? Because it's about to run down all the famous people. Because if not, it would have said the son of Joseph, right?
Right.
Okay. And it's saying right here, the book of the generations of Jesus, the son of David. If he came from immaculate conception from Mary, it should have been the son of a Benjamite. Shouldn't have been David right there. How can you be the seed of David if you coming from Benjamite? If you the Levite, Mary. We shall see.
Right.
But regardless, Christ came from the tribe of Judah. Okay, he came from the seed of David. Let me get Psalms 132 and 11.
If I could add to the point you're saying, like it's telling you the generations of Christ, and then it starts at the son of David. We all know that David came from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
And then it's breaking down who David came from. His first forefather, Abraham, and then Abraham begot Isaac. Like, good
right.
Night. This is the breakdown of the Christ's tribe right here in front of you.
Right in front of you.
It's crazy.
The lineage.
Cause, sir.
Like, people are proud about their lineage. That's what separates us from our oppressor. Because our oppressor, what? They could track their great uncle back to the what? 1300s?
Right.
1200s? 800s?
They can't go 80 years back.
Man, you don't know your daddy. You're an Israelite, you don't know your daddy. You never seen him. Never seen him not one time. And they talking about they ancestors from 1,000 years ago.
Right. And
you ain't got an ancestor from 1,000 days ago.
Man.
Go ahead and read that.
What's check this
Psalms 132, verse 11. Because we just got to prove to them that Christ is the seed of David. Okay? Go ahead when you got that.
Psalms chapter 132, verse 11. The Lord had sworn in truth unto David.
So the Lord has sworn unto truth in David. He's not going to tell him a lie. He's going to tell him something, and it's going to come pass. Go ahead.
He will not turn from it.
Mm-hmm.
Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne.
Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne. What is the fruit of thy body?
Like your seeds, your loins, your sons.
You said it right there. Your loins.
Sir.
Read the next verse, and then we're going to get that.
All right. Verse 12. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
No, for some time.
Shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Forevermore means forever. Now give me Acts 2:30. So we can prove what Officer Thamaki said when he said the fruit of thy body is thy loins. Okay, that's going to be in Acts 2:30.
So letter Acts chapter 2, verse 30. Therefore, being a prophet and knowing that God has sworn with an oath to
Hold
him.
on. Being a what?
Being a prophet.
And knowing what?
Knowing that God has sworn with an oath to him.
He put an oath to him. Wasn't that oath? Ain't that what we just read in Psalms 132?
Right.
Continue reading, Officer Thamaki, to prove you was right with what you said.
That of the fruit of his loins.
By the what?
fruit of his loins.
By the what?
Fruit of his loins.
By the fruit of his loins. Continue reading.
According to the flesh.
But Christ is just all spirit. You know, God put his spirit in him. God came in the flesh.
Right.
That's Christ.
Right.
Continue.
According to the flesh, he would raise up Christ to sit on his throne.
I could really just end the class right there when you're right there. Okay? Because any Christian who just thinks of Immaculate Conception, just think of what these verses are saying. Give me John 7:42.
If I could,
go ahead.
It was a comment that we missed.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's kind of on topic. Obviously, I just said that's why everyone listens to what T.D. Jakes says, because they feel he is like a well-renowned role model for God.
They think he well-renowned because you got to pay him thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. John 7:42. You got to pay him thousands and thousands of dollars for him to show up. Then you got to throw that money up there on the stage. So he's going to get paid for showing up at the church. Then y'all going to tithe him. And he's going to walk out of there with so much damn money. And he charges a ridiculous amount to even show up. I want to say it's in the hundreds of thousands, but I don't know. You know, what do I know? Except that he's wicked as hell.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, John 7:42.
Oh, 42. It's the book of John, chapter 7, verse 42. And it reads, had not the scriptures said that Christ cometh of the seed of David?
Read that one more time.
So like I was trying to hold that laugh, like it's super uppercut.
Like
really body bag, sir.
Like I know Christians don't understand, but they really don't understand.
Right.
Like that is the whole thing. They do not know the Bible. And I mean not at all.
Right.
And that's the problem. They out here, see, Christianity teaches you all these things that are detrimental to the health of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Everything they teach us kills us. Like they teach us that the law is done away with, when the law is the only tie we have to the Most High. So you say in our protection, get rid of that. Okay? Don't the scriptures say sell your garment and buy a sword?
Right.
Well, the Christian church tell you to sell your sword and buy a garment. It goes completely against the Bible. Okay? Read that one more time.
John, sir. Let me tell them where we at again.
Yeah,
sir.
Go ahead and do that.
This is the book of John, chapter 7, verse 42. Had not the scripture said that Christ cometh of the seed of David? It's like let us dwell a little bit. And out of the town of Bethlehem, where David was.
Damn. How spiritual is that?
Right.
Because David was a Bethlehemite, right? Because he was in Bethlehem.
Man.
Christ came out of there too. Christ had to go there.
It's heavy.
Let me get Revelations 22 and 16. Now you're going to get some good understanding. On why Christ is a giant.
Right.
Why he's a star. Well, don't we got that on, what's it, Hollywood Boulevard? They have the walk, what is that? The Walk of Stars. What's that? All them stars?
The red carpet.
No, but what's all them stars that they got? The little pink stars.
Yeah, that's a red carpet. Like when they, okay, you know how you got the Hall of Fame? They got the Stars of Fame.
Right, where they come and they put their hand.
Put the concrete in their name.
Yeah, all
star.
that.
Yeah.
You said what? Hollywood Stars? They got the Hollywood Stars. And you just sitting there, you walking over there, you walking over Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz and Drew Carey fat ass. And go ahead.
And if I could, the bones of our ancestors, sir.
Or what? Under that.
Right.
They put their stars, handprints, and a star for them with their name over your dead ancestors' bones.
Right.
And you go to Hollywood and what? And marvel over it.
Bow down to them.
You bow down and you marvel over that. Because to you, it's amazing that somebody could have their name implanted in something. Because what are so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? You know, we have our names planted in a damn tombstone if we're lucky. If we can afford a headstone, my name might be right there.
Right.
But they got a whole damn sidewalk to represent their fame and what they do, even though they did absolutely damn nothing but lead you astray. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can do this for your class, but this is something I think is an opinion, right? But it kind of tie in. So this crazy you talking about the graveyard, right? You know, as black folk, our grave tombstone is at the bottom where our casket is at.
Right.
But in this world that we fighting to get out of, they tombstones are giant, sir. They got them good night. Giant tombstones, sir. Good night.
I pray you understand. You ever been to a grave site and you see something there taller than you? Their headstone is taller than you.
Right.
Okay? And all it says is Edna loved Gerald.
A great father, son, and husband.
And that's it. And they got a damn headstone 9 foot high. But all you could afford was this.
Right, a box.
And your name Ray, but they can only afford Ray.
Hey.
They put your initials on it. Okay? Good night. Where we at? Go ahead and read that. Revelations 22 and 16.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 17.
16.
Oh, 16. Slap. Chapter 22, verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent my angels to testify unto you these things in the churches.
Mm-hmm.
I am the root and the offspring of David.
I am the what?
The root and the offspring of David.
What does root mean? What does offspring mean? It means it comes from the seed, from the fruit of those loins.
I'm about to get practice.
Go ahead, get practical.
Nah, it's kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to understand, he is the offspring. He is the seed of David. Continue reading that last part.
And the bright and morning star.
See, that's a title. Okay, the bright and morning star. And Christ is our biggest star in Israel. Point blank, period. None of us is comparing to that. Okay, go ahead.
If I could add, this is a heavy cut to Lucifer right here.
Damn right.
Because the only time Lucifer is mentioned in the morning, is mentioned in the Bible is the son of the morning. Mm-hmm. But Christ says he is the bright and morning star. So Lucifer is dimmed down, man, when it comes
and that's a title. Let me get that real quick. Let me find that.
That was heavy, sir. I was like, oh my God. Like, I swear I was thinking about this scripture before you had your class today.
That's one West, one body.
West, sir. I was thinking about chapter 22. Good night. I swear it's every time the prophecies are fulfilled, sir.
That's right. I want to say it's in
like the French.
Yeah, that's where it is. Isaiah 14 and 12.
Yeah, I'm right.
Let's get that real quick.
Oh, yeah, I know what that was.
Yeah. Isaiah 14 and 12.
Shit show, sir. Get to the bottom.
Oh, is that what? Hold on.
Show. Yeah, that's it.
That's not the one I want. No. Okay. I want.
I seen the Fig going
Bear with
over some BS, man, about Christ is the devil, and you pull Isaiah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, no, you talking about Caesar boys? Yeah, you not talking about Christ.
Maybe I am talking about this one.
Yeah, we was just talking about the how Christ is a bright
Yeah.
star, and this talking about the son of the
Yeah, this is talking about when he fell from heaven.
Right.
But I wanted where I thought it started in 1 where it was saying
verse 2 is where the meat is at.
Yeah, but we're gonna get there later. I want it because they need to know that Lucifer is a title.
Oh, slacking.
Why ain't that popping up?
I want to mute it right quick. No sweat. Last count. Yeah. Nah, hey, keep showing them the Renown, cause
yeah, we're gonna go back to that because until I can think of it in my
we give them too much steak right now. We gotta baby feed them first.
Damn right. Where we at?
We on
we just go to Ezekiel 34 and 28. Yeah, man, I got it written down too. I just don't got it in here, man. Yeah, because Cat brought that out so eloquently. Oh my goodness. And he brought that out, how that's just a title. Okay.
Nah, you damn right.
I'm trying to remember where it is off the top.
Before I pull the scripture, can I show them what you talking about? Like the so-called white man gave us this title nigger. Right? That's in the Bible. God gave him the title of Lucifer.
That's right.
And that's what we talking about. Like a nation of people. That's all that stands for. A nation of heathen, so-called, La Shalom.
Damn right. Go ahead and get that.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
They shall what?
No more be a prey to the heathen.
Continue reading.
Neither shall the beast of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid.
Continue.
That is a big precept.
Yeah, for time's sake, I gotta have you. You know, for time's sake, I'm gonna have you continue.
A big precept. This is verse 29. And I will raise up for them a plant of renown.
I will raise up them a what?
A plant of renown.
Continue. Let's see what this plant of renown is.
And they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land. Neither bear the shame of the heathen anymore.
Continue reading.
Nah, I'm about to write this precept and do it around. Verse 30. Thus shall they know that I am the Lord their God, am with them, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people.
Or what? That's northern and southern tribe.
Right.
That's why Christ came back. Continue.
Said the Lord God.
Now read 31.
Verse 31. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men.
What is it? Prophetess. Read that again.
And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men.
That's who does the teaching.
That's right.
That's who you see up here in front of the camera, leading the nations. Okay. And it says, my flock. Well, let's see. What does a flock need? Give me John 10 and 11.
Right.
This is what a flock needs.
It's like, let me jot this down right quick.
Go ahead. No sweat.
What scripture you started at 29?
28. 28 to 31.
All right. What do you need now, sir?
We're going to get John chapter 10 and 11. I want to run through it so we can get there, but You know, to get all the precepts in any one of my classes, you got to first come to class.
Right.
And then second, you got to hit me after for the rest of the precepts.
That's right.
Not enough time in the day to give you everything. You know?
Right.
Damn right.
It's the book of John, chapter 10, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
I am a good shepherd. A good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Okay? He protects the sheep, right?
Right.
He protects the flock. Continue reading.
Verse 12. But he that is in hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. Damn.
Read that one more time. How wicked is that?
Right. Man, I only got 14 highlighted now. Verse 12. But he that is in hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not.
And like hurling too means like a person who kind of works for like a for purely, you said what?
Pharisee.
Well, purely like a material reward. Like, yeah, like I'm all right, I'm gonna watch this and hopefully I get a reward for it. But I'm not gonna die for it. I'm not gonna protect it. Yeah, I'm right. Continue reading.
And not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not.
Mm-hmm.
Seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattered the sheep.
You see, they running. That sheep's gonna, I mean, that wolf's gonna come up, and what you're gonna do? You're going to run. Okay. So what does that mean? What could that be?
Right.
We could use that with anything, right? Somebody breaks into your home, instead of protecting your wife and children, what you do? You run. They dead, but you alive to tell the police what happened.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
This is things we need to understand. You need to learn how to be a man. You need to learn how to be a man. Okay?
Right.
Continue reading.
Verse 13. A hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep.
He's just for hire. He's just for hire. He doesn't care about the sheep. Just like me. I mean, at my slavery, I'm just for hire. If this building happens to burn down, okay. It's not my house. All right, continue reading.
Verse 14. I am the good shepherd.
I am the what?
The good shepherd.
What is Christ?
The good
The
shepherd.
good shepherd.
That's right.
Why is he a good shepherd?
And know my sheep, and am known of mine.
Continue reading.
Verse 15. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father.
Mm-hmm.
And I lie down my life for the sheep.
They're gonna lie down his life for them sheep. This flock is important. He said if one stray, right, he's gonna go find them.
I'm right.
It's important to Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to Christ, to the greatest man to ever live and walk this earth. Continue reading off of the Machia.
Verse 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold.
I had to bring this in there for the Christians. Continue reading again.
And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring.
What does that mean? So that means you could bring a Chinese in, a Japanese, a Edomite. What does that mean? Go ahead, take a stab at it, Tamakia.
We was just going over some scriptures, you know, that the wolves will scatter us, and like you said, if one goes astray.
Hold on, let me say this. Tamakia be talking in them parables.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
The scriptures just gave you that.
Yeah, damn. Good night.
You know what I mean? If one goes astray, you gotta go get them. So Christ is talking about the Gentiles that's claiming to be Romans, right? AKA claiming to be Americans. That's actually the Israelites.
That's right.
He's gonna go get them. It don't matter where they at, where they come from. He's gonna go come get them and unfold them with the truth or some practical knowledge. Right?
Damn. Go ahead and read 17. Damn.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Yeah. Did we? I don't think we finished.
Oh, go ahead and finish for you.
Verse 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Damn. So that's one body, which is the Israelite school of UPK,
right?
And one Christ. Go ahead and continue reading.
Verse 17. Therefore, doeth my Father love me, because I lay down my life, that I might take it again.
Go to 19 so we can prove the point, though. Damn.
Verse 19. There was a division thereof again among the Jews for these sayings.
Okay. Now drop down to 25. I just wanted the division amongst Jews. Okay. That's what we got to understand. That's a division. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have these divisions because we think we're different when we're not. Go ahead and read 25.
Verse 25. And it reads, Jesus answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
Continue reading.
Verse 26. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep.
You believe not, because you are not of the sheep. When the priests and prophets come on here and we tell you who your enemy is, you believe us not, because you don't want to be of this flock. You don't want to really belong to Christ, because if you belong to Christ, it takes requirements.
Right.
But you want to belong to your oppressor, because he tells you to eat that Thanksgiving turkey, right? That Christmas ham. He tells you all of these things, but everything he tells you, if you want, it's up to your discretion. But the things he tells you are lies. Okay, we're going to continue. And you don't hear the voice because you don't want to listen. You don't want to be a part of Christ. So if you don't want to be a part of Christ, you're not going to hear his voice. Okay. You're not going to listen what he says. You're not going to care about the law, statutes, and commandments. You're not going to love your brother. You is not going to care about any damn thing. Okay?
Right. Verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them.
The oppressor is the devil.
My sheep hear my voice, and I know them.
God doesn't love everybody.
Right. And I know them, and they follow me.
Because we hear that voice. That's how we know him. That's how we follow him. All right? Continue reading.
Verse 27. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them.
That's 28.
We just read 27.
Yeah, but you said 27 and you read that, but
yeah,
that's 28. All right, most high.
So like, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
Continue.
Verse 28. And I give unto them eternal life.
And I give unto them eternal life. That's what Christ breathes. Christ breathes life. Because without Christ, all you're going to have is death. Continue.
And they shall never perish.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Continue.
My Father, which give them me,
Mm-hmm.
is greater than all,
Mm-hmm.
and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
Continue reading.
Verse 30. I and my Father are one.
What?
I and my Father are one.
I and my Father are one. Okay? That's why we are one body, one mind, one spirit. Give me Hebrews 13 and 8.
No.
We're going to get some understanding. Because, like, it says the Most High changes not, right?
Right.
Same with Christ. Christ isn't changing. And Matthew 1 and 21, when it says, you shall have a son, and his name shall be Jesus, and he shall save his people. Well, that doesn't change. Christ don't change. Go ahead and read.
This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and forever.
Continue reading also, Damakia.
Verse 9. Be not carried about with divers and strange doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
For it is a great thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have.
Where's that? Profited? Yeah, profited.
Which have not profited them that have been occupied therein.
See, well, we gotta stop being so amused by strange doctrines. There's so much information out there that you got to be able to discern what is real information, what is fake information.
Right.
And there's so much information out there is that you can be, you could be carried away. You could be, what's the word I'm looking for? You could have an affinity for these strange doctrines, for these things that have no matter. That's why you burning sage all through your house. That's why you're worshiping rocks.
Right.
Because of that. Okay? Where we at? All right.
We're on verse 9?
Yeah, we're going to drop down to 20.
All right, verse 20. And it reads, now the God of peace that brought again from the dead our Lord Jesus, that great shepherd of the sheep.
He was a what?
Great shepherd of the sheep.
He was a great what?
Shepherd of the sheep.
Continue.
Through the blood of the everlasting covenant.
How long was that covenant?
Everlasting.
See, that covenant we made with the Lord, that's everlasting. Doesn't end. That's why we are special. Okay? Give me 1 Peter 5 and 1. Let me see. No, we're gonna get off that flock. Let me get to what? No, go ahead. I need that. I gotta have that.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1. The elders which are among you, I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the
suffering,
and a witness of the suffering of Christ, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed.
It says, the elders among you, I exhort you. I'm also an elder and a witness of the suffering of Christ. Okay? Christ did some suffering because he took up what he did not lay down. He had to die for us. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 2. Feed the flock of God, which is among you.
The only ones who can feed the flock of God are the men in the Israelite school of UPK. That's the only ones who can feed the flock of God. Continue reading.
Taking the oversight thereof,
Not
by constraint,
not by constraint, not by just taking, not by force, but what?
But willingly, not for filthy lucre.
Not for filthy lucre, not because it's lucrative. What does T.D. Jakes teach the Bible for? Because it's lucrative, it's profitable. What does Creflo Dollar teach it? Because it's lucrative, it's profitable.
Give me the loot.
That's what they want. Like you said, give me the loot. That's what they want. Continue reading.
Not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind.
But of a ready mind, a sound mind, a understanding mind. Continue reading.
Right. Just like verse 3. Neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock.
But being in samples is examples to the flock. That's what you're supposed to be, an example. You showing the men below you what you need to do. Continue reading. Or actually, continue reading.
Verse 4. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
Damn. You're going to get a crown of glory that fadeth not away. 1 Corinthians 9:24.
Yeah, I'm good.
I got a couple more. I'm trying to get through them, but damn.
That's on me. I'm trying to take notes.
No, that's all good.
1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 4. Have not
24.
First Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in the race run all?
So we know if, when you run a race, everybody in the race is running, right? You got 10 contestants. 10 contestants are running. Continue reading.
But one receiveth the prize.
So what?
One receiveth the prize.
But one's going to receive that prize. Out of all them people that's running, one is running for that prize. The rest of you is just moving your damn legs. Continue.
So run that ye may obtain.
Continue reading.
Verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now, they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
So that's what a lot of us is out here doing.
Damn.
We're trying to get a corruptible crown. You know, we want to be the biggest gangster, the biggest drug dealer, the biggest Christian. Those are corruptible crowns. Continue.
Right. But we an incorruptible.
See, we want a incorruptible crown. All right. Give me Isaiah 14:1.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. Verse 1.
Because we just gonna skip over some things, and I want to tell you this is where we get our rulership. Go ahead. Just got to touch on this for the Christians, and then we're gonna close it out because I got too much more to continue. We'll be here for a lifetime.
That's right. Everlasting.
Everlasting. Everlasting upon everlasting. The Bible puts 2 on there.
Yeah.
And that's slang because we wrote it. So if we say everlasting to everlasting,
Give me a minute.
that means forever, 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 forever. It ain't not. It's
What was it? Outcast?
right. Forever, ever, and ever, ever, and ever, ever. That many.
That's right, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Continue.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them.
And the people shall what?
And the people shall take them.
They will take them. Continue.
And bring them to their place.
We're going to bring them to our land and to the land of Israel.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
And we will possess them in that land.
For servants and handmaids.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall take them captives, who captives they were.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And we're going to rule over our oppressors. Who oppressed us? We all know. Continue.
It's like verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from their fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast waste made to serve.
See, we was made to serve that hard bondage, which we are still serving today. Okay? Which we are still serving today.
If I could add,
Go ahead.
like when you say still serving today, like we still serving the Africans. You know what I mean? Who do we go to when we need our hair done?
Right.
Who do we need that beauty supply from? Right? Who do we go to get our gas from? The Arabs. Who do we go to get our water? The so-called white men.
Deuteronomy.
Oppressors.
Give me Deuteronomy 28 and is it 48?
Come on, yeah. That sound about right. In need of all things.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh, they gave me 29. Wait a minute, that was like,
I believe it's 28 or 48.
Sir.
And I believe I am right because this
Sir.
is the Israelite school at UPK. I believe that's the one thing we are. It's right. Not your pastor, not your mama, not your grandmama. Niggas never argue with us about their daddy, even though we're the seed of our father. What do that niggas argue with us about what they mama or they grandmama said? Go ahead.
Man, I got something heavy
Go ahead.
ain't nobody ever touched on except when we went to clean and broke ground in front of Fort Hood, sir. What is the Army head thing? Well,
yeah,
right.
Their chants.
So let me touch on this. You left your inheritance and you came to ours.
Right.
You left your God and came. Good night. Left.
That's right.
That's when the ISUPK. What do you always hear? That's right.
That's right.
You a MF and lie.
That's
right. You the. It's like if I gotta break down the letters, can I say the devil is who the devil is?
All right.
There you go, right there. We just gonna leave it. The devil is.
Everybody should know who the devil is on the earth.
Right. Look, they go there right.
My. I'm gonna bring that out. Yeah. Next week, I'm gonna go ahead and teach that.
Sir.
We're gonna bring out when it talks about the trees being happy once its oppressor is contained.
That's right.
The trees ain't even free. The trees are in captivity. The animals are in captivity.
Oh, we got some more comments, sir.
Go ahead. Who's on there?
We got Officer Naquad in the report.
Oh, definitely give Officer Naquad.
You know what I mean?
Give Officer Naquad a hand. Damn right.
His next comment. That's right.
That's right.
Look, I ain't even look at the comment. That's one body. Here go another one. Toss to and fro with strange doctrines. Good night. Like that said left. Like we left the truth to get into their philosophies of following Valentine's Day. What's coming up? Christmas, New Year's Eve, good night. And then we got some more comments if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Having this officer Elijah. Let me move this. Having an damn, I ain't even posting the scriptures. Okay, so slide it to me, brother. Having an incorruptible crown is like having a encrypted phone. Not everyone can get.
Right.
And then he comment one more. Let me move this out the way. That's what the truth is, the incorruptible crown, sir.
That's what it is. It's incorruptible. That's what you want. See, people are they're fighting for a crown for they can get some title that matters to their enemy.
Right.
You know, supervisor, team leader, all of that. Well, the crowns that we want, it's not gonna say none of that. Okay.
Right.
Where we at?
We on Deuteronomy, sir.
Oh yeah, go ahead. 48.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore, shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
That's right.
In hunger,
Yep.
and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
He put a yoke of iron on your neck. So when you was in slavery, he had a yoke of iron. But now that yoke of iron, it went from physical to spiritual, because you still serve your enemy in hunger and nakedness and thirst. Because who do you get your food from? Who do you get your water from? Your raiment, which is your clothes, from. You get that from your enemy. Okay? I just kind of do want to get this, but I'm not. You got the security announcements? Yeah, we're just going to go right into that, because if not, we might have to be here on a whole nother hour.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You know?
Let's do the security announcements.
Y'all ain't got no headphones over there?
All right, this is ISUPK security announcements. Good night. We're at ISUPK. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to set themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is their commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, my Ishra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the church department or a teacher. Preach for him, free will, offer for a breeze. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. All right, the upcoming holy convocation will be the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days. December 17th, this will fall on a Saturday, 2022, for 8 days. You can find this in the First Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. All right, if anyone wants to come and troop in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. This includes the ISUPK security announcements. I'm precinct officer and prophet, Officer Thamagi, pass class back to precinct officer Shamal one.
All right, we're going to Amajium, which means stand. We're going to Sar and face the east. And we're going to get the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew and the English, okay? All right. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malachaka. Tabah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Natan Lanawa. Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaki now.
Wasalaki now.
Kabawati now.
Kabawaki now.
Kasalaki now.
Kasalaki now.
Kabawati now.
Kabawaki now.
Wala.
Wala.
Tabaya Anawa.
Tabaya Nawa.
Banasanawan.
Malasanawan.
Abo.
Abo.
Hawashanawa.
Absanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Ra.
Kayalaka.
Kalayaka.
Hamalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Bahala.
Mahala.
Baha Parath.
Wata Para.
Walayam.
Walamyum.
Amun.
Amun.
All right, in the English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Son of heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Kingdom come.
Thy will be
Will
done
be done.
in earth.
In earth.
As it is in
As
heaven.
it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread.
daily bread.
And forgive our debts.
And forgive our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from the evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
the power,
and the glory,
Lord,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. We're going to start our turn. Yazamata. All right. So our turn, face the sisters. I mean, Slacky. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel. Madam Shabbat. Majid. Barak.
Yahaba Shimya Shabbat.
Yahabashim Yashabrakathum. Yazamatash. We're going to Sar, turn, face the sisters. Sisters, y'all rise and stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majid Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yadramata, class dismissed.